Direwolf series, episode 2 actually. So between episodes, actually just kind of picking up where we left off the other day. Remember, we moved into this village inside this cherry forest, and not much has changed with that. Still got our farm and still got our animals down there. Oops, sorry. There we go. Oh, never mind. Try to fix it. Oh well. So we're going to kind of work on some more projects today. Between the 2 episodes, I went and did some mining and only found 3 diamonds, but that's okay. Found a fair amount of redstone and some other stuff, and then found all these ores. So I actually set them aside so we can go process them. So we're going to work on setting up some thermal expansion, and depending on how much time we have, we may start on a little bit of Tinker's Construct. So I'm going to go a little bit quick these first couple episodes of the Direwolf series because it's kind of tedious, it's kind of boring, it's not that great to watch on film. So I'm just going to kind of go through it a little bit quicker, and then I'll slow back down once we get to start doing a little more entertaining stuff. I mean, you guys don't need to see me mine for an episode, and that's boring, and some people do that, but I don't. Try not to, at least. Went ahead and made some sapphire tools because I was breaking the bronze. So yeah, so that's the plan. I found quite a few sapphires, a couple rubies, and a little bit of quantum dust, and found some Thaumcraft shards, and these are a little harder to find, so I went ahead and grabbed them. That way maybe I can trade with somebody on the server for something else that I need. But I don't plan on getting to Thaumcraft this episode, or I'm sorry, really this series at all. So anyway, so let's go over to the workshop. Go to the community workshop. There we go. Workshop's over here. And there's a couple things I want to make to get started up in thermal expansion and Tinker's Construct. So we're just going to kind of work through that and see how far we get. Keep forgetting there's a pressure plate there. Alright, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one I put them in. With iron, gold, ferrous snow, silver, copper, tin, Ventium dust can go straight in here. Aluminum we hold on to, and lead. Send lead through. Okay, so we'll just let that process through, and I will. What should I do with this ferrous? I think I'm going to save it because I want that shiny. So I'll have to go get some cinnabar, which, yeah, so we're just going to save this ferrous. Don't need it right now, so we're just going to hang on to it. So I'm going to let those guys cook because it's going to be a little while. And let's move this around real quick. You'll see why. Actually, never mind. I got an idea. Don't need to do that. Alright. So let's make some aluminum brass. Forget what the recipe is, but I know that's a good start. So I want to make some aluminum brass because I want to make 2 things. I want to make a Tinker's Construct hammer, help my mining go just a little bit better. Probably just going to use regular iron, and I'm going to make a pickaxe. Got a stone, cool. I'm going to make a pickaxe because I'm going to try to get myself since I picked up a few emeralds, I'm going to actually make a silk touch pick, because to get that cinnabar, I'll show you. ferrous. To get this cinnabar right here, you actually have to get the redstone ore and then pulverize it, and every one you get a 25% chance. So go ahead and get a silk touch pick, and that way we can start picking up this redstone. I'm not gonna make it like a super great pick, but just something so we can start. We can go ahead and use that to get 100% shiny ingots. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, so Tinker's Construct. Well, there's a pick head. Even though I have a lot of these patterns already in my base, I'll just make these, that way they'll be here for the community. Tough tool rod we'll need. We won't need a tool binding. We'll need a hammer. One of those, and just need a regular tool rod now. Right there. Part builder. I have to go get some more cobble. So let me just go ahead and make the pick first. Pickaxe, tool rod, and tool binding, which we can use this little shard. There we go. Just stick these in here for now. Okay, have we melted up yet? Yep, so let's see what we got. 8 of aluminum brass and just a little bit of copper. So let me go ahead and toss another aluminum in there, see if we can even it out a little bit. And go ahead and start this process. Come on. Let's see, there's 2 now. There we go. Toss it back in there. Okay. Alright, so let's get all those back in there. And we'll have to wait to see how much we have. We have 5 aluminum brass. No, probably don't need that copper. Grab one of these. What's going on? There we go. All right. To run and grab some cobble, but that's okay. We'll make do. Grab a plate. Tool binding we don't need anymore. Tool rod. So what else do we need? One of these. Actually, I'll be okay. Don't need to grab cobble. And here. All right. And it's raining. Okay. So we'll see what we got. 5 more aluminum brass, a little bit of copper, and a little bit of aluminum. So pour the brass into here to make plates. Go check on in here, make sure we're doing all right. Forget about the pressure plate. Okay. Just slow. So we are probably not going to do any IC2 in this series because got the whole other GregSec series to worry about. Kind of like the idea of not playing with IC2. Okay. All right, good deal. So that worked out pretty well. It went fairly simple. All right, let's jump back in here. Toss that in here to get processed through, and let's make some glass. Make some glass and gravel. So I'm going to look at making myself a smeltery as well. Got that. Okay. Well, you know what? I will bring you back once this finished processing through, and we'll start on the next set of projects. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I finished smelting off and processing all the ore. So I got that all ready to go. So let's move on to what we're going to do next. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple iron blocks, 4 to be exact. I'll use a fair amount of iron, but that's okay. We can go get some more. Raining again, of course. Right? Went ahead and tossed a bunch of iron into the smeltery, actually 29. Grab this, what's it called? Tool station. Forget about the pressure plate every time. I need a sign that says pressure plate. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a tool forge, so that way we can make our hammer. There we go. We have our tool forge. So, now we have our tool forge. Let's make some tools. Alright, so I need 2 of those. 1 of those. Go ahead and put that in there. So that's number 1. Then we need tool rod cast. Put that up. This into here. And we need a regular tool rod. A little bit low on inventory space, but that's okay. We'll make it work. That's a tough one. Alright. There we go. We have our just a easy iron hammer. Nothing special about it. And this is only temporary. Once we get a little bit better materials, then we'll get something better. So now we have... Oh, I gotta put some junk up. Grab pig head. Remember what I said we're going to do? We're going to make, just going to make an easy pig head here. And if I did my math right, it should be all empty. So we're going to be making that. Inventory issues, I know. There we go. Pickaxe. There we go. Just an easy one of those. But can't pick it up. So, and I'm going to bring this tool forge back with me. So but out of inventory space. So we'll come back and get it in a little while. Let's go start working on something else. Well, I'll have to come back and get it anyway. No, actually I won't. No, I won't need it right now. So let's get back on home. Maybe it's not raining on the other side. Nope. There we go. Okay. Offload some of this stuff. And clay doesn't need to go in there. Everything else does. Alright. Save that, save that. Okay. So, now we have all our materials processed through. Let's actually start getting into a little bit of the thermal expansion stuff. So, for an engine, we're going to have a steam dynamo. Since we got a fair amount of copper, so need some silver, some wood and stone, copper, okay, a little bit of redstone, okay, so copper, some silver, some stone, grab some wood. Alright, so let's get to work on this. So first we're going to need a set of gears. So let's make 2 of these. So 4 gears. So what else we need? 2 of those. Should be it. 1, 2. Alright. Grab some of this. 1 of these. Come on. I clicked off screen. 1 second. There we go. So go ahead and cook up some clay bricks while we work on the pulverizer. Grab the glass. Oh, I forgot the iron too. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2. So everybody think about Christmas coming up. Will be the first one to admit that I am not prepared. I'm a little bit behind on what I need to do for Christmas, but oh well, make it work, right? So we'll let that finish cooking off, and let's make some. I got some redstone on me. Make a redstone block. We are going to make a leadstone energy cell. Grab some lead. So we'll be able to set this up ready to go. Ooh, electrum. Ooh, I don't have any electrum. Gold and silver. Okay. Just run back to the workshop and make a quick piece of electrum. 2 pieces. See, look, I didn't forget that time. All right, gold, silver. Thank you. So it's kind of nice having this little workshop and for everybody to kind of come and use on their starter. And might sleep too. Might be easier. Alright, our clay should be done, which it is. Alright, so let's finish this off right here. What are we missing? There we go. That was weird. Alright, pulverize, or furnace. There we go. And take some leadstone energy conduit. Well, let's take two sets. So cool. So we got a nice little thermal expansion or processing area ready to go. That didn't take too long at all. So grab a few buckets because we're gonna need water for the dynamos, the engines. And let's go ahead and wire this up. And do I have an extra chest? Nope. Let me make one. There we go. Actually, do 2 of them. And make a hopper out of one of them. There we go. Alright, so let's get rid of all the stuff we don't need. We need copper, electrum, redstone. Get rid of all the stuff we don't need. Okay, that looks good. So I figure we'll go ahead and this building right here I cleared out was pretty decent size. So I figure we might as well put our beginning stages of ore processing in here. So how do we want to do it? So we're going to come in that door. Maybe like this. I forgot to make a wrench. Oh, they're actually connected. Wow. Then we'll put down our leadstone energy cell there. And actually, move it back one. So a little pulverizer and a furnace. There we go. So we're just going to walk in and drop our stuff. I don't really like this. Not a big fan of that right there. Something glitchy. You guys are seeing it just like I am. console is saying something nasty. So give me a second. I'm going to pause the camera and let me figure out what's going on. The console's not very happy for Minecraft. So 1 second, be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So nothing but a quick pick up and replace and sort of that issue. Kind of a weird thing. I'll move those engines over. So let's go ahead and set these up. So input from the top, output out the right. There we go. So that'll output into this chest. Alright, so let's go grab some water and some coal. I hear a skeleton jangling around here. So luckily we got water pretty close by, so I'll go ahead and make an infinite source in there. Alright. Grab some coal. There we go. Wrong way. Let's just grab a stack of coal. That'll work. Alrighty. So this is all temporary. I don't want you guys getting, thinking this is the final product. You guys know me, but we'll be making something large and something massive and something crazy if I can. Alright, so let's grab a little bit of water. Fill these up and let it get going. Alright. There we go, building up some steam. Alright, so let me see which one's the input here. Not that one. Why aren't we getting power there? Okay, should be this side right here. Well, this is interesting. So that, well, not that. I thought it was blue that inputs. Disabled from redstone signal. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, I know. Alright, so what face is this? There we go. So now we have that filling up these buffers. Those will continue to work, so we'll just let this continue to burn, and it'll either fill up this leadstone energy cell or fill up these buffers and it'll turn itself off. So the cool thing about these thermal expansion machines is they will regulate their output based on what the need is well. So very cool, very kind of a little more intelligent than they used to be, which is nice. So we'll just fill these up with water. Okay, so cool. So we have a nice little beginning of our machine room, and now we have this hammer, and I'm going to put a silky, what's it called? Silky jewel, that's what I need. I gotta go pick up some string, and I have aluminum brass now. So I'm just gonna pick up some string. I'm gonna put this silk touch on this pickaxe so I can pick up some of that redstone ore, and then we can macerate that to get to cinnabar, and we'll make an induction furnace. And that's what we'll start working on from the next couple episodes. So hope you enjoyed episode 2. I know we kind of big jump between episode 1 and episode 2, but you know, you guys seen this. You don't need to see me mining, and you guys want to get down to the meat of it. So that's what I'm going to try to continue to do. So thanks for joining me. Be sure to subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.